Hello, dear students. Hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to revise our lesson number 1 sentence. Students, we have already finished our first term syllabus. We've already completed it. There was chapter 1, 2, 3 in our first term. Lesson 18 and 19 will be there in first term. So, lesson 18 and 19 is paragraph writing and dialogue writing. So, we'll do it when the school will open. So today we will do the revision of lesson number 1, which is sentence. So students, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. So when words are arranged together so that it expresses complete thought. Understood? When there are so many words which are arranged in a proper way, means which gives some meaning, that is called sentence. It is important for a sentence that it should be meaningful. If words are written in an improper way or in jumbled form, then we will not call it as a sentence. So it is important that it should express a complete thought. And students, a sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So it will always start with a capital letter and it will end with a full stop. Other next important thing is there are two parts of a sentence. A sentence is made up of two parts. Which two parts? Number 1, subject, and number 2 is predicate. So you have to remember it. You have to remember the definition of sentence, number 1. Number 2, you have to remember the parts of sentence, which is two parts, subject and predicate. What is subject? Subject refers to the person or thing we talk about, and predicate refers to what is said about the person or thing. So in a sentence, we talk about something. If we are talking about something in a sentence, that is called subject. And what we are talking about, that subject is predicate. For example, that boy runs fast. The boy runs very fast. So we are talking about whom in this sentence? We are talking about boy in this sentence. So boy is subject, and he runs very fast will be predicate. So students, the first part of the sentence is subject and the later part of the sentence is a predicate. The first part is subject and later part is predicate. So you have to keep it in mind that when we talk about a person or thing in a sentence, that is subject, and what we are talking about that person or thing is predicate. Now there are four types of sentences. This is the important thing which you have to remember. Types of sentences. There are four types of sentences. Which four type? Number 1, declarative. Number 2, imperative. Number 3, exclamatory sentence. Number 4 is interrogative sentence. So you have to remember sentence, parts of sentence, and types of sentence. There are four types of sentence: declarative, imperative, exclamatory, and interrogative. So what is declarative sentence? A declarative sentence makes a statement that gives information or expresses an idea. It ends with a period, full stop. So in a declarative sentence, we just give some information or we express an idea. So when we are giving this simple statement to someone, for example, the water is flowing. So I am just giving an information that water is flowing. So we will we will say it is a simple sentence. I am not asking you for something. Am I asking for something in this question? No, I am just giving my idea, my opinion that water is flowing. I am giving an information. So this type of sentences are called declarative sentence. And a declarative sentence will always begin with a capital letter, and it ends with a full stop. So the important thing is we will always place a full stop after a declarative sentence ends. Okay, so it will always end with a full stop. Now next is imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? When we give command, request or suggestion, advice to someone, then that type of sentence is called imperative sentence. When we are giving some advice to someone, or when we are requesting someone, for example, please give me your pencil. So I am requesting you, please give me your pencil. So this is imperative sentence. When I will give you a command, command is order. When I will give you an order, when there is an order given in the sentence, that type of sentence is also imperative sentence. For example, get out of the class. Get out of the class. This is a command. I am ordering you. So this type of sentences are called imperative sentence. Next is exclamatory sentence. What is exclamatory sentence? Students, you must have learnt about exclamation mark, right? Where do we put exclamation mark? We put exclamation mark when there is a when an exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotions like happiness, excitement, anger, or confusion. So when there is an anger, confusion, or you are amazed to see something in excitement or in happiness or in anger or confusion, then we put a exclamation mark, right? So that types of sentences are called exclamatory sentence, and there will always these types of sentences will always end with a exclamation mark. So there will be an exclamation mark in exclamatory sentence. Number 4, interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? Students, interrogative sentences are the sentences when where we ask a question. So interrogative sentences ask a question. It always ends in a question mark. So when we ask question to someone, when there is a question asked, that type of sentences are called interrogative sentence. Interrogative means questioning. So if there is a question, we will put a question mark in the end, and that type of sentence will call interrogative sentence. So students, this is very easy chapter. Sentence is a group of word divided into two parts, subject and predicate. It has 4 types. Number 1, declarative, imperative, exclamatory, and interrogative. Declarative are simple sentences where we just give information. Imperative sentence where we give command, request, suggestion, or advice. Exclamatory is where we express strong emotion like happiness, excitement, anger, or confusion. Or interrogative sentence is where we ask a question and ends with a question mark. So this is easy, and we have already done the exercises of this chapter. So students, we can change the sentence from one form to another. We can change a declarative sentence to a interrogative sentence. We can change interrogative sentence to declarative sentence, right? So sentences can be changed from one type to another type. Understood? We can change the declarative to exclamatory as well. So we can change it, and the punctuation mark will differ. We will have to change the sign which we are using. If it is a declarative, then we will use full stop. If it is exclamatory, we'll use exclamation sign. And then if it is a interrogative sentence, we'll put a question mark. And the sentences can be changed from one form to another. Now, what is yes no questions? Students, yes no questions are called closed questions because there are only 2 possible responses, yes or no. When you give answer to someone in yes or no, these types of questions are called yes or no questions. For example, whenever you give a answer for yes or no, these questions are called closed questions. Yes no questions are also called closed questions, because there are only two possibilities, yes or no. And what are WH questions? Students, WH questions are the questions which begin with W or H. For example, why, what, where, who, how, where W or H is there. How, we have W as well, H as well. What, we have W and H in what. So these are called WH questions. So students, we have completed the revision of this chapter. I will send you homework which will not be from your book. I have taken it from somewhere else. So I will be sending you the homework. You have to do the exercises which I will be sending you. Meanwhile, you can revise this chapter on your own. Just read the grammar points which are given in the chapter. All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.